Biases. We hear that word, but do we really know what biases are? A lot of people would think that changing the world is a very tasking task, and it's not, because the world is made of you, and me. And if we all change our small circle, we focus on ourselves, better ourselves. We focus on our family, how to raise our kids right, how to do the right things by others. If everyone does this, then our neighborhood is better. And if the next neighborhood does the same thing, then our community is better. Then our country is better. And as a result, the whole world will be better. So it is not really a hard task to change the world or to change and become a better community and a better country. So biases are the reason that is stopping you from hiring that young, talented Black woman, or stopping you from hiring that amazing force Black man, because you think they're not good, they're lazy, they're not going to do the job, they're violent, they're going to cause issue. A list goes on and on. And when we address diversity, equity, and inclusion, you can approach this in two ways. Either you look at it as you are truly wanting to have a representation, and you want to have a diverse work environment. You want to listen, and you want to include those people because they deserve to be here, not as a charity. The second approach is you want to check that box. You don't hire a person because you want to check that box that you have a Black person, an Asian person, a woman, and you have them there as, your trophy. Or you don't want to say, you know what, I'm not racist because I have a Black friend. That's not how things work. You either are going to look at people and not judge them, and not classify them by their race, their ethnicity, their gender, their religion. This is my good friend who's good at math, or my funny friend. And instead of saying this is my Black friend or my Asian friend, because their identity is not who they are. Like, their race is not who they are. Their religion is not who they are. You are going to talk about that person and their ability and what they are bringing to your job. And you definitely can deny someone because they're not good at the job, not because they're Black or they're Asian or they're a woman. But for the most majority, we see people are, passed from an opportunity or a job just because we believe that they're not going to be good at it because of our biases. The judgment that is going to affect, this is the worst part of the judgment. And when we talk about the diversity, also, not checking the box, not doing it as a charity, and also to stop passing those judgments, to start addressing those biases and ideas, and especially when it comes to women and empowering women. How is this going to improve your workplace? How is it going to improve your company? How is it going to improve your life? This is going to improve by when you sincerely trying to bring in people who are qualified, when you are going to bring people and provide an environment for them to flourish, when you include people. That's the inclusion part of it, and the belonging. When someone is there and they know that they belong, they deserve this job because they qualified for it. When you provide the same opportunity for them. Because even when you hire someone and you check that box, or you hire them because they're good and they also check that box, you need to think of, is that person, am I providing equal opportunity for this person? With the biases, and when we talk about not just the race, we're not talking just about the race, but also when we talk about refugees or immigrants. A lot of people will view someone who is speaking a different language or they have an accent. You automatically pass that person or view them as someone who's not smart enough or someone who is not good enough, regardless of what degrees they have. You will look at that person and think they are not going to do it. And you, as a company, passed on an opportunity to hire someone who is qualified, not thinking that this person, yes, their English is not the first language, but they might be speaking 2 or 3 other languages. So passing judgment based on things that we are already trained and our brain is trained to reject, it is going to hurt our company, it's going to hurt your company, it's going to hurt the community in general. When we talk about, refugees that came here, someone who had a degree, most of the people that came here had a degree, a prior degree. We need to address and put them in the right place, not because they did not have their certificate on this. And I'm not talking about hire somebody to be a surgeon when they don't have their degree here in the United States, but I'm talking about qualification. How can we make it easier as a company if you want to grow and if you want to include everyone and if you want to utilize the resources that you have? You might want to sit down and talk to your employees, know what they do. Somebody might be hired to do housekeeping, a janitor, and they had a degree at their home country as an IT person. You can sit down and see how you can help them, evaluate their degree or give them training or connect them with the college or provide an opportunity for them to train and maybe help. And this will not just help you, but it will also help them and give them a job that they can actually do and feel proud of themselves. So when you go back to your work, remember to sit down and do those exercises. Start by yourself, address your biases, and try to find a solution, how you can change them. And it's not something easy. Don't feel like this is a judgment. We're not judging you. We all have this. But things that you grew up hearing and it became part of your routine and your memory, you actually have to unlearn it, and that's not hard. Everything we learn and we taught, we can unlearn or use it and find another way to benefit from it. So when you go back, not just think about your own biases, but teach your employees, teach your coworkers, teach the people around you in your community, at your home, how they can find and address the biases that they have and how they can find a solution to make it better.